Good morning. My name is Ryan. I do drink coffee and do resales. Uh, so that is what we're handling this morning. Got some. Going to review a few things that sold yesterday. Got a couple of things I'm gonna post and some finds from yesterday at Goodwill that I'll show you. First off is some stuff I sold on Facebook Marketplace. I'm a member of a handful of niche groups, and it sells some stuff. Sometimes I go straight there to sell before I put stuff on eBay. One of the things that sold there was, I'm in a toy niche group, is this neat thing here. It is by Kenner. It's from a toy line called Megaforce. These are die cast metal, and they have like small, like plain. The scale on these is really neat. But like there's planes and tanks that go into these, and this is actually one of the smaller ones. They have some that are really big size. So these post-apocalyptic, giant, massive designs. So sold this for a guy posted in a want thread. Guy posted he was left after Megaforce, and I was like, yeah, I've got one. It's been sitting right here behind me, and I got $10 shipped. So make a little bit on that. It was fun to have around for a little while. Next was some books. Boom! A Hobbit and the first two Lord of the Rings books. This is also on a Facebook book group. I do really decently moving Tolkien books and Lord of the Rings stuff. Typically, Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. Usually, if you can get them on, and I'll explain this later, but this lady wanted books without the movie covers. Without the movie character covers. She wanted some older style covers. So, $12 for these three. Really good shape. These are really good used shape. So that was a neat find. And for my eBay sales, first up is, I posted this a few weeks ago. Maybe even last week I got these. Was a box set of the Left Behind the Kids books. These seem to do really well, about $3 a book in lots. This I picked up at they kind of mispriced it a little bit, and they know me real well, so I got this for the price of one book because it was one set. So I got this for about 50 cents, sold it for 10. So it was a real good flip there for a couple bucks profit. So worth picking up if you can get them in lots, and I would say 50 cents a piece or cheaper, and they'll go between about $1 and $2 per book. But you gotta get a bunch of them to really kind of make it worthwhile. So that's that. Next is I got these at a local library book sale. Books about angels and demons. Older books, probably out of print. This lot went for $13 for all three of these. So again, sometimes it's worth paying attention to books you can lot up. If something is this is almost an experience that teaches you as to what you can grab and what isn't worthwhile. But a lot of theology books can sometimes pay into that. I've got a handful that I need to kind of redo, I think, to maybe get some sales out of. But from 50 cents a piece to $13 for three books. That's a pretty good flip. And again, grabbed these last week, so there you go. And that was my sales. And what we're going to do now is look at some of the books I got at Goodwill and some stuff I pulled from the shelf to lot up when I was getting together some stuff for that lady. And I think I had just grabbed this, but I didn't really jump on it. I I had everything but Return. I've got everything but Return of the King. I think I could make 2 or 3 sets if I could find some more Return of the King books. But I'm going to post these on eBay. Even beat up editions of Lord of the Rings. The binding's good. There's no rips or tears. Like this Two Towers is a little rough, but the binding is good, and like no pages are falling out. So people like it's one of those things that you can sell a full set for about $15, and it almost does it as long as the books are. Like I said, the binding, it's got a cover and the binding's fine. Doesn't have pages falling out. You probably do all right. So 12. It'll be $12 to $15 I can get for that set of Lord of the Rings. So that's why I almost, unless I've got like more than 5 of one of them, I almost always grab Lord of the Rings books when I get them for $1 or cheaper, because I know I can eventually make money on them. So, I've got some of the old like 70s editions and those can go for almost $10 a book sometimes individually, and I've sold like sets of those for over 15, closer to the $20 range. So worth grabbing. Next was, I know I posted some of these, but I think I got like another 5 or 6 yesterday. I Survive books again, another one good for lotting up, another good one for finding a niche book group, and you can get I sold about this many a couple weeks ago for $2 to $3 a book. So worth grabbing if you can get if you can get a bunch. It's one of those things. If I see a bunch at one time, I'll grab them. So worth doing. Next up, I did a few lookups. I did my other on the live stream that messed up with the bad audio. I did some lookups. Some live lookups, which I think it's going to be a feature of this channel. Is if I can get a batch of stuff, we'll do some lookups on some live lookups and discuss the pricing. But this Buffy the Vampire Slayer paperback, it's not. I've got a lot with. This is one of those things again, $2 to $3 a book. If you can get, I've got a lot of 2 up right now. I think for $10. So I'll add this to that lot, maybe raise it $1, and that should help that lot sell a little faster. Next up is this book, Danny Dunn and the Anti-Gravity Paint. When I looked these up, this exact book went for $10. With no dust jacket. The ones with the dust jacket were going for over 15, and sometimes $25, $30. It looks like for various books in this series. This is another one of those. The non-Hardy Boys, non-Nancy Drew series of boys adventure books tend to do all right. Even for the Hardy Boys, you gotta have the older books with the dust jackets. I think maybe the same with the Nancy Drew. You have to have the older books with the dust jackets. The books like this, the neat old mat covers that I grew up with, Hardy Boys don't seem to be worth a bunch. Some of the later Nancy Drew books, when like over 40s, look them up because I've sold some of those sell, but unless maybe some real specific editions of these Hardy Boys books, these don't, and it's kind of annoying because if you have a full set, you might be able to flip them, but that's a pain to deal with. So next up is Ballantines Illustrated History of World War II Waffen SS book. This went, I think I found this maybe about $10. $10 to $12 you can get for this. These lot up well. A lot of them are worth in the $3 to $4 range, I think. And I've sold lots of these before. And I've sold some individual ones before. So sometimes these are worth grabbing and flipping up. They're illustrated. They're, military history guys. Again, sometimes love this stuff. So, The War. Millennial. What the war is grandfather's father. Okay, finally. Probably my best find yesterday. And this is almost I think this is the exact Bible I had when I was a kid and teenager and learned to read. This is the first nice Bible I had. This was exact just like this. This is a Thomas Nelson New King James Bible, 1983. It is. There's no name engraved. Bonded leather. A little bit of edging here, but that won't affect a whole ton. Clean, no highlighting, no writing. The presentation page is blank. So I actually might buzz a friend of mine about this. I think, and it's red letter. People love red letter. I can probably get. I'm going to get more than 20. I'm going to probably start at, I think 35 is where I'll start this at. And I should be able to get about that for it, maybe. But I think I'll get at least over 20, 25. I think I'll buzz a friend of mine and see if he wants it. Because I know he's a King James guy, a New King James guy. So that's a good little find there. Other than that, I think that's it for this morning. And I forgot to hit that record button, so I'm going to have to download this later. And that's fine. So if you're watching this on the video, what I do is many mornings, 9 or 10 a.m., maybe a little bit later on Mondays and Fridays. Mondays and Fridays, probably closer to 10 a.m. or after. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I shoot for 9. This, of course, is give or take. Live stream where I go over what I sold, go over what I found, and maybe do some look some stuff up, and go over what reselling does. So, so you're welcome to join me at those times. Like, comment, subscribe if you can. I appreciate it. Have a good one. Bye.